Devotion never comes with dishonor, but these bitches wouldn't know honor if it were a life or death choice. Let's talk mistakes we've made twice. Your mantra for today: I am too sacred to settle, too powerful to pretend, and too divine to be lied to, especially twice. Welcome to Never Give These Losers Pussy, the sanctuary for sacred rage, sensual power, and spiritually petty goddesses who've finally had enough. I'm your host, Divine Ruler Ororo Snow, your sensual disciplinarian, your psychic slap across the face, your last stop before spiritual ascension or emotional destruction. This podcast is for the goddess who's given grace where there should have been goodbyes, who's confused compassion for conditions, who've let mutts lie twice and call it love. Not anymore. Let's begin. Remember, devotion never comes with dishonor. Oof, that quote stings, doesn't it? Because every single one of us has had a moment where we knew better, but didn't do better. I've had years of mistakes with a loser like that. We let them back in, usually because the dick game is crazy. But after the post-nut clarity, the text doesn't match the actions. The stories never align with the facts. The lies come with dim eyes and soft apologies, if apologies at all, and low-stakes promises to do better, even though we know they absolutely won't. And because we were once that impressionable, naive girl, the hopeful, the healing, the honey-sweet goddess, we let him stay. And the dick game made us crazy. But that was putting too much emotion into a loser mutt that should have gotten the hard swerve. We've clutched to the ghost of his potential and called it patience or promise. We mistook his familiarity with our body and space for false foundation. And we've watered a poisonous weed and called it a rose. But I want you to hear me, and hear me good. Lying is not a flaw. It is never a personal flaw. It's a choice. It's a strategy. And mutts who lie are counting on your softness to be the seat of your silence. They are hoping that your naivete will plant you in their pocket, being controlled by them until they find something better. Or you become their last resort for pussy and life security. That goes for all these old-ass bitches who are now broke down old community dick that no one wants because you're too ugly, too old, too fat, and too broke for young bitches. And so they reach into the back pocket, and hopefully you aren't there, but if you are, girl, get the fuck out. You have a pussy. You can always get a better man. End of story. So let me tell you a story. A goddess that I adore. Let's call her Azaria. She once forgave a mutt for lying about something small. Something so small. Like where he was. Who he was with. Why his phone was on Do Not Disturb. She told herself, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. He probably just needed space. We're not even really together. I'll be his peace. Not a nagging girl like all the other ones he had before. Blah, 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 blah. Bitch, no. Because his space soon became silence. Then his silence became emotional withdrawal. And suddenly, she was training herself to overlook his dishonor because she'd already said yes once. She'd already agreed not to make him accountable for his unjustified actions. That's how these loser loops begin. Not with chaos, with their convenience to your kindness, only for their benefit. With your compromise against your intuition and your values, with us gaslighting ourselves into believing that setting standards is asking for too much? Here's the truth, the hard truth. You don't need a reason to leave a liar. I don't care how deep in the game you are with them. You only need the fact, or fuck it, the gut intuition of the lie and the vision of your throne. Devotion doesn't mean staying through betrayal, not at all. And loyalty does not mean staying through betrayal. For if you allow a bitch who openly betrays you to stay in your court, you will soon witness your downfall. You can't trust hoes, no matter how much of a good person or good potential you might wish for them to have. If they betray you once, you can bet your ass they are spinning the block to betray you again even harder. We've all made mistakes, darling. There's no judgment in your generosity, your good faith having ass. But making the same mistakes twice turns divine softness into spiritual self-harm. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth of how these unworthy-ass losers use your kindness to make your life as miserable as possible for their amusement. I'm going to whisper a painful revelation to you. You were not lied to because you were weak. You were lied to because he believed he could get away with it because you were so kind. And your mistake was not trusting him. It was staying once you saw his dishonor to you. It was staying once you saw he didn't honor you. But make a note to self to never trust any of these bitches ever again. But don't worry, darling. That version of you is dead now. She just got buried under a moon of sacred silence and reborn with a voice too sharp to tolerate deception. So now we move differently, with detachment, with dignity, with divine detonation. And when the next mutt lies, you don't argue. You don't make him fess up to it. You exit. You dismiss his ass dishonorably. Let your boundaries speak for you louder than your heartbreak text ever could. It's not worth your time, because talking to a betrayal mutt is the same as talking to a master manipulator. You will be lied to differently, gaslit into staying, and mind-fucked and betrayed even harder, more abusively than ever before, and they will call it love and friendship. Don't ever fall for that bullshit, ever. If they steal from you once, they will steal from you twice, especially if you let them back in. And you know they already stole from you. It's how the game works. So I'm going to tell you about today's mutt of the day. Mutt 5049. Oh yes, today's featured loser. Mutt 5049. This slippery little clit bitch is a professional gaslighter who always says, you're overreacting, you're too particular, you're being extra. This is after he's told a bold-faced lie and then cries when you stop replying to him. His lies are even lazy. His excuses are completely embarrassing. And his idea of redemption is sending you $40 and a meme about Mercury retrograde. If you know this type of loser, run. He once told a goddess that he was busy working on himself, but himself was apparently just a girl named Melissa from Planet Fitness. And I feel sorry that Melissa doesn't notice a loser bitch when she sees one. Mutt 5049, your downfall will be delicious. You're not emotionally unavailable. You're spiritually unworthy and cosmically devoid. And now you get to listen from the shadows as your dream goddess ascends without you. If you're listening and squirming, you loser-ass mutt, good. That's guilt. That's grief. That's the sound of grace leaving your life. forever. To the other loser mutts listening, apply, tribute, crawl, submit, or get crushed in silence. Visit aurorasnow.com/mutt application. There will be no nonsense tolerated. And now let's get back to you, goddess. For your command of the day is to do the lie purge. Today's ritual is called the lie purge. I want you to light a white candle, write his name on a bay leaf, and every lie he told you, big or small, white or bold, speak them aloud, one by one, and for each lie, say this: I believed this once, I never will again, and then burn the leaf. Block the number and all the socials and emails too if he has yours. Bless your entire life. Exhale and elevate. If you're not ready to block him though, that's fine. But I need you to make sure that he knows he no longer lives in the garden of your softness, and enforce it. No second chances. No, I need a dick appointment. No, I'm lonely tonight. I just need something to do. Enforce it. Unless you want to stay in the same situation you're in right now. Because the only thing crazier than doing something the same way and expecting a different result is doing the same fucking thing the same way and expecting a different result. But anyway, I won't be mad at y'all today. So here's your divine reminder, darling. You are not bitter. You are boundary rich. You are not hard to love, not one single bit. You are not extra. You are not doing too much. You are hard to lie to. And you're better than a mediocre ass bitch. And you are no one's second chance at redemption. The only thing getting a second chance is you, baby. The wiser, sexier, sharper version of you who never gives these losers a second chance. Please follow me at Soft Edge Sharp Tongue for daily doses of feminine energy scripture, at Aurora Snow for a glimpse of divinity herself, and at Gallery Aurora Snow on Instagram to enter the empire that builds goddesses and breaks mutts. Subscribe where you listen to podcasts, and please leave me an offering of a 5-star rating and watch my episodes on YouTube. And remember, it's okay to be free and sexual and sensual, but you should never give these losers pussy. Bye.